Bro, you gotta get rich, bro. I'm just gonna make this video walking, and if you want to follow me, if you want to go with me, that would be pretty cool. If you don't, that's also fine. I just want to tell you in this video about the need that you have to get rich. The need that I have to get rich. See, you're not talking to someone right now who's actually made it yet. I haven't made it yet. I'm not rich yet. But I am on my way there, and I know I will get there. I have 100% faith. I just have to keep putting the work in, and I just have to keep grinding, and along with grinding, I have to be patient. I just love this quality. I bought an iPhone 16 not too long ago, and I'm getting used to this quality. I don't know if it's better like this, blurred in the background, cinematic mode, or if it's better just normal. You let me know in the comments if you want. But anyways, so the money problem. You have it, I have it, everyone has it, right? 98% of the population have the money problem. When you have money, it's awesome. Everyone loves it because you can do whatever you want, right? If you have money, you can travel to the places you want to travel to. If you have money, you can help your family, buy them the things they want. If you have money, you can eat the food you want to eat. You know, you can go to different places. You can wear the type of clothes that you want to wear. Everything is different when you got money, bro. When you don't have money, everything is hard. Everything's hard, right? You have to pay rent, you have to slave away for money, work 8 to 10 hours a day to not have an abundance, but just to have the minimum, the least of the least. And it sucks, bro. It sucks. It gets to a point where you become angry. Like me, I'm angry. I'm angry every day. Not like angry in a bad way, right? Not angry in a detrimental way where I am going to hurt society or hurt man. I'm angry because of my situation. I blame my own self for it. I'm responsible. As a man, I gotta take responsibility. If I had done something about it 10 years ago, 5 years ago, that problem would be solved. But I didn't. So I gotta take responsibility. And by taking responsibility that is my fault, I also take control of the problem, right? So what am I doing to solve this problem? Because see, you can only try your best. You can only do the best that you can to solve the problem. But it's mostly in your control. Because in my case, I'm doing YouTube, right? As you've noticed. I've been doing live streams, uploading videos, long form and short form for almost 1 year now. I've managed to gain some followers. Some of them seem to like my content, and it's a work in progress. I don't know exactly how it's going to be in 1 year from now, but my goal is to make 2026 the best year of my life. This is my goal. That's my goal. To make a lot better videos in terms of quality, to make them blow up. At least 1-2 videos blow up. And I know people are gonna appreciate my message. I just know, bro. So that's my plan. I'm doing this, and I'm never gonna stop, because what's the alternative? It's just to slave away for somebody else, be unsatisfied with my meaningless job, not have a purpose, not have time, not the most important things that I consider them to be important. But the question is, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Because here's the thing, as I said already, when I was 14 years old, I also wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I did it. Why? So many lame reasons. Not really good reasons. I was ashamed. Not ashamed. I was embarrassed that people would judge me somehow, would not like me, right? I was afraid of other people's opinion, and it didn't start. But if you're watching this and you are 14 years old, 15 years old, know something. Time is gonna pass anyways, regardless if you decide to start a YouTube channel or to not start a YouTube channel. Time is going to pass, man. But if time passes and you actually put the work in, you're gonna gain experience. You're gonna become a better video maker, better video scripter, better video editor, just like a director. This is something I find it so fun about making videos, right? If you're by yourself in the beginning, you're just like making a movie. You're the writer, the scripter. You are the director because you have to edit the movie, and you are the actor. You are everything in the beginning. And if you start when you're very young, when you 10 years, let's suppose you start at 14 years old. 10 years from now, you're gonna be 24, 25, and you're gonna be so grateful, dude. I promise, you're gonna be so grateful that you started. Because let's suppose the least of the situation, you gain 10,000 subscribers. That's horrible. That is horrendous. For someone to start a YouTube channel, sorry, my umbrella fell on the floor. What were they saying? Yeah. So for someone, let me just fix my beard real quick. Yeah, I'm looking handsome. If you start a YouTube channel when you're 14 years old, 15 years old, 10 years is gonna pass anyways. And when it passes, bro, you're gonna gain so much experience, even if you don't have a lot of subscribers and stuff, bro. That's almost impossible. I promise you, in 10 years, if you post consistently, you have no idea how good that is, bro. You have no idea. You don't understand the power of it, and the power of YouTube, and the power of compound interest in that case, and the power of the knowledge and experience you're gonna gain. You just have to do it, man. But this is just an example. It doesn't have to be YouTube. But it has to be something, man. You gotta have something. Look, if you came from poor parents like I did, you gotta be the one to save your family. You gotta be the one to change things. To not follow their path, man. If they're telling you to do something, and you know, if you do what they're telling you, you're gonna get a degree, but you're gonna just end up like they did, right? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do what they did to end up how they did? Do you want to end up like your parents? Do you want to end up like your family? Do you want to end up like that person? This is always what you have to ask yourself, right? If it's not a completely logical advice, for example, like the one I'm giving you right now, and someone gives you advice, like you must do this, you always got to ask yourself why. Oh, because of this. Why? Oh, because of that. Why? It's okay to ask why, man. It's okay to ask why. You need to know. You need to know. Your why needs to be strong enough so the how becomes easy. And if they haven't got what you want, why would you follow their advice if it doesn't even have logic? If it's not really what you want. So start looking that up, right? How to make money online, how to make money in person. And the other thing is, man, you gotta give it time. I started so many things and it didn't finish when I was younger. Like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I started so many things, you have no idea, and I didn't finish. Just a matter of YouTube channel, right? Look how beautiful. Is this gonna be the thumbnail? Is this gonna be the thumbnail? Let me try to do the thumbnail real quick. Actually, I don't know if that's gonna be the thumbnail. Anyways, I'm just wearing this what's the name of it? Cap, right? I'm just wearing this cap right now. Beanie. I'm just wearing this beanie because my hair is getting longer, and I didn't pass like the cream, the gel, and all that stuff. So I prefer to leave it on. But also because I don't know if you can hear it, it's kind of windy, and I don't like it in my ears. So as I was saying, dude, you gotta find something that you want to do, or even if you don't want to do it, you gotta prove to yourself that that's something you found actually works. Might be drop shipping, might be selling something, might be a specific career, might be YouTube, might be, I don't know, day trading, whatever the heck. You prove to yourself that it actually works, right? You have no doubt that it works. Other people do it. You gotta pick that, and you gotta invest years into it, bro. Especially if you're young, you gotta invest. You gotta be willing to spend 5 years, 10 years in that craft before you tell yourself, okay, maybe that's not for me. Because I'm telling you, man, rarely you're gonna find someone, at least in my experience, who did something for 10 years, knowing that's what they wanted to do, giving the best they had, and they didn't make it. That's very, very rare. I never heard of anybody who did something for 10 years and got nowhere. That's why I said, if you start a YouTube channel, you even got 10,000. That's horrible, man. That's ridiculous. But even if you got only 10,000, the amount of experience you got along the way, knowing you're 24 years old, like I am right now, but you're already starting your life of an adult, like with 10,000 subs, with experience, people knowing you. That's already a win, right? Of course, it could be up to over millions of subs now if you put 10 years of your life into YouTube, and you should have millions of subscribers. But if you don't, bro, imagine if you didn't even start. How much worse would that be? You get it? How much worse would that be? So it's better you start. It's better you start and put the work in, do the best that you can during a long period of time, right? Things are gonna happen, dude. Things are gonna happen. You gotta believe the process. I always go back to your logic. I know this works because other people have done it. I've seen it with my own eyes. I just have to find a way. It's not luck. It's a skill. It's an ability. Like YouTube. For me, sometimes there's some knuckleheads, there's some dumbasses who come to me and say, bro, you can't really make money with YouTube. And that irritates me so much because they're trying to put a doubt in my head, even though it's just so logic, man. First of all, we all know. First of all, I just saw a very funny dog. A very, very funny dog. First of all, we all know of a lot of YouTubers who very honestly let us know of how they make money on YouTube. Second of all, you can go to ChatGPT and ask him how possible it is to make money with YouTube. He's gonna answer you. Third of all, you can always find someone in person and they're gonna show you. Fourth of all, what is the fourth of all? Bro, you just have to convince yourself that something is possible, right? I have zero doubts that I can become rich with YouTube. I have zero doubts. But something else very important that I also noticed right now that I'm gonna tell you is, you gotta get rid of the idea, if you have this idea, that money is dirty, or that money is bad, or that money is something evil, or that saying I want to get rich or I'm gonna get rich is something bad. Because see, your parents probably taught you that. That's why they're poor. If you push money away from you, even the concept, money is gonna push you away from it. Money rejects you if you reject it, right? Money is just a flow. Money is just water, right? Money is just paper. Money is just a tool, and money is just access. Money is just a concept. It amplifies your personality. Who you are, it becomes more visible. You just have more tools and opportunities. That's all that money is. Money is not evil. Money is just an object. Money is just a way to getting what you want and doing what you want. That's it. So you gotta get rid of this concept. It makes no logical sense at all. It comes from their parents, it comes from their grandparents, their great grandparents, and that's why they're poor. And you don't want to follow that. You don't want to follow that. Before you even think of something to do so you can try to get rich. And by the way, I know that if you're still watching this video, bro, you're a true G, you're a true fan, because I'm already 15 minutes into it, and I'm not gonna have any edits. I'm not gonna have any. I don't even think I'm gonna put captions on this video. I'm just gonna leave it how it is, so that my true fans can actually focus and learn something and get something out of this video, right? So if you're still here, man, big props to you, man. I appreciate that. And that means that you have better attention span than 99% of people. But before even thinking about strategy, before even thinking about something, what you gotta do is you gotta fix your mindset. You gotta learn that I just said. Money is not only not evil, money is something good. That you must have a lot of it. You must check it off. I'm waiting to cross the road. Look, I'll show you. I think I can go now. I'm gonna try to go now. I did it. Okay. By the way, I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me at this part, but I'm just doing an experiment. I'm gonna keep recording because why not? Why not keep recording? Right? Usually I always stop when there's noise and I block the noise out and I cut them off. But because the camera quality is so much better and because my message is so important, I'm just gonna not do that. I'm not gonna do that, and I'm gonna see how the video is gonna turn out, right? And if it's good, if I get good feedback, then I'm gonna start doing this more often. I still don't know what is gonna be the thumbnail. I have no idea. But to be honest with you, I feel a little better to make videos that are this unfiltered and this uncut and this real, because that's even with no edit effects, no captions, and I know that the attention span is gonna be a lot less, but maybe it's worth it, man, because I can definitely see myself doing things like this, doing videos like this for years and years, like 20, 30 years into the future, because it's so practical, right? I just pick up the camera, I just spit some facts and tell some stories and teach something useful, and I just post it without thinking too much about it. And if it's from the heart, if it's logic, if my message is important, it's gonna happen what's gonna happen, right? I know so many videos that the hook is not even that good, the retention is not even that good, the click rate, it's not even that good at all, like at all. It's like it has everything to not go viral, and it goes viral. Go figure. I don't know. So yeah, I think the most important thing is that my message, you know what, I think the most important thing of all, and this is an umbrella, by the way, I think the most important thing of all is truth and love. Telling my message to you, giving the message to you with truth and with love. I think those two things are the most important things, at least for me. I noticed that this past year that I made all of these videos, they're the most important things when it comes to make YouTube videos. I give my message the most authentic way possible, the most honest way possible, and I try to do it thinking having empathy of my viewer with my viewer, and having love, trying to get it from my heart instead of trying to be perfect. I'm not gonna be perfect, man, but I'm gonna do my best, and hopefully you're gonna appreciate that. Hopefully soon enough YouTube is gonna appreciate that too, you know. So that's it. That was my message today. I hope that you got something from this video. If you stayed into the end, that is a miracle. I don't know why you would do that. Let me try to create the thumbnail. Maybe the thumbnail should be here, right? Let me think about it. What should I do? I have no idea what I should do. Anyways, I'm gonna cut something out, and something's gonna be good. In any case, even if the video is bad, man, I'm so grateful for this camera, dude. I'm so grateful, and I'm grateful if you're watching to the end. That is, if you're watching to the end, you let me know in the comments. I'm gonna pin you. I'm gonna be very surprised. Anyways, remember something I always say at the end of the video. You are, my friend, what you think about. You reap what you sow. Pay the price today so you can pay any price in the future.